Hello, 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 everybody. How are you on this dreary, cloudy, rainy, but slightly cooler 15th of August? I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane, that baby boomer from the peninsula, here in Virginia, and we are here with another Create and Relate right here in the castle, down here in the den, for another beautiful show off Saturday. Now, even though I don't have any complete works to show you from last Saturday, I do, however, have progress to share with you. Some of you have seen that I have completed the first panel of my C2C, the challenge that I have accepted and taken on with Miss Tina from Crafts by the Rose. And she says, Crafts by the Rose. I love to hear her say that. She's so poetic and melodic. And I have since started on panel 2. Now, my goal is by tonight, be halfway finished with this, which I am well on my way. I have two more, well, not two, I have one and a half more rows of the mainstay brown before I start decreasing on one side. And that will be here. I am jumping all around today. I don't know where my mind is. I can tell you where it is, but we'll get into that in a moment. Let's get back on track. So, we did the A, the all aboard. Sorry, A. And now on with the B. Breakfast. I had a sausage dog, I guess you would call it. It was just a slice of bread and one of my sausage biscuits. Hey, sis, I'm glad you're here. I got so rushed. I wanted to call you and check on you. Huh, I got sis and I got BB, and I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, I'm good now. I'm good. Okay, of course, you know there are a few more that I'm looking for. I'm looking. Coffee. Guys, it's been 2 days, but I have my coffee back. Yes, I do. I have 20 ounces of Folgers Black Silk. Um, and all caramel macchiato thing. Yes. And I'm happy. I am so happy. I guess you can tell I'm a little quieter than normal. And you can probably see that I'm moving a little slower than normal. Some of you already know why. The rest of you will know today. Drinking water. I have it. This will be my second bottle today. I have two more to go. I've been doing really good with the water. I've also been drinking cranberry juice, orange juice, and ginger ale. So I've been staying extra hydrated. Now we are down to the E. We're going back to basics, y'all. I need an egg. It can be scrambled, it can be fried, tossed, anything but poached. I just need a over easy, over medium, boiled hard. I could even deal with boiled soft, uh, but anything but poached. It can be a whole egg. That's fine. I just need an egg. What type? EGG. And thank you. Oh, I just got an air kiss from my CEO. Okay. Okay, and I have a little hatchling. I'm good with that. I am. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the focus of today, back to where we were. My plans for today are to get at least halfway through this. I am about 30% through it. I was 20, but I got up to about 30% through it. Um, so I'm looking to be right at that 50 mark. I really want to push it and see if I could get to 60% done. Um, I don't know how many of you remember this. I don't know whether it was going to be a blanket or a rug, but it was two strands of four worsted weight run together. And it got to the point that it no longer brought me joy. It was bigger than this when you saw it. So I started frogging it. I started frogging it. And then I picked up this Karen 1 pound. And the colorway of this is, I know it's here, azure, which, if I'm not mistaken, in Spanish, that means blue. And it doesn't look blue. I promise I am. I am. I promise, baby, I am. We all know the specs for Karen 1 pound, but I'll tell you anyway. It's 812 yards. It is 100% acrylic, wash and dry, press on low heat. No dry cleaning, no bleach. What else? For worsted weight, recommends a 5 millimeter crochet hook. I am using a 6.0. Ever since I got this, I've not been able to put it down. Looks like I sleep with it. I do. I very much do. That's how I keep it safe. So why would I show you this? Because in leapfrogging the two-tone, whatever it was going to be, I decided that I'm going to make a blanket. And what I'm doing is running, it's going to be all single crochet. It's approximately 5 feet wide, meaning it's 60 inches wide. And it may be a little more because I'm 5'3" and I can stretch it from fingertip to fingertip. So we'll say 63 inches wide. Okay. Hello, Vivian. How are you? Yes. Michelle. Happy Granny Square Day. I forgot that. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, Karen 1 pound. There are a few of us out here who live by this, who love this. It's it's everything for us. But one thing I have to say before I go any further, everyone who has gifted or chosen or recommended yarn for me to try, thank you. One of the things that I always wanted to do from being younger was try different yarns. There are some that I had tried on my own, whether I liked them or not. Being in this community and watching you all and seeing the different things that can be done with different types of yarn have opened my mind a lot. They've broadened my horizons greatly. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have contributed. And in your own way, all of you have. And I appreciate that, even if it's just boosting me on, putting you back on the so okay, I got you. I got you. But thank you. Thank you for that push, that drive, that motivation to just try it. Just do it. So the plan here, and I use the single crochet foundation row, is one row of the azure, one row of whatever comes up in me frogging this blanket. I'm going to frog it 2 balls at a time. As you can see, the colors changed throughout. So the colors are actually changing within the ball. So however it comes up is what the even number rows are going to be, and the odd number rows are going to be the Azure. So that is going to be one blanket. So that's two blankets you see that I'm working on. And this, I put this all together because it just looked like it was supposed to be together. And I got stuck on the single crochet. So once again, I went with this single crochet. This one, however, is about 60 inches. It's a little shorter than that 3 inches. Um, Foundation row is a game changer. It is. It is. When I first tried it a few years ago, I didn't like it because I was not placing my hook where it was supposed to be. I didn't understand from the one video that I watched. And when I went back and I learned the proper hook placement and realized that if I made a mistake in the count, I did not have, thank you. I did not have to go back and adjust the chains. It was absolutely a game changer. And I'm so thankful to Michelle of Yes Michelle Crochets because she was the one who actually taught me the proper hook placement. And she never knew that until right then. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, I have fallen in love with that. And this is one of the two ways that I start now. I've recently started using more the foundation loop. And I love that as well. I do. I am, yes, I am very serious. Amber from JB's Crochet got me hooked on the foundation row. That's cool. Yes, that is absolutely amazing. Um, the foundation loops I found work really well for me in doing ovals and rectangles. Game changer, another game changer for me. But these colors, some don't have ball bands. I just know that they were classified as DK weight, and I put them with other DK weight yarn that I had, and the colors look like they go together. At first, it was the blue, white, and it looks like a really, really light sage. From a distance, it can go for a cream or a light tan. And then, of course, it was the red, the rose, the pink, and the cream. And I'm like, they just go together. So I don't know how this is going to work up color scheme wise. I just know that these colors are going together in another single crochet blanket. So that's two single crochet blankets and a corner to corner that you see that I will be working on between today and this week. These are the three that are actually started. The corner to corner one will get most of the attention because following that one will be another corner to corner. I wanted that one to be purple. Y'all know how I am. But then I was thinking of making a smaller one because this came packaged together with one more skein of the brown. And I'm like, this with just the two colors would be absolutely amazing. We have cream and we have taupe. And this is all Big Twist Soft. I think you know how much I love Big Twist, period. The Big Twist Soft, 9 skeins. Yeah, yeah. And each one has 320 yards to offer. Now that's close to 3,000 yards. I'm thinking that would make a beautiful full-size blanket. I'm thinking that will make a beautiful full-size blanket. So chances are, had to do it. But chances are that will be going on the hook this week as well. Like I said, I have one more skein of brown over there. And I'm looking at this puzzle yarn over here, and it's calling me. It's just calling me. I'm just saying. But I'm having to fight that temptation. I'm really having to fight that temptation. But we'll see. We'll see. But I think this will give me enough to work on this week, being that there's another brown skein that didn't have a ball band on it. And that's, yeah, I misnamed it when I showed it in the unboxing. And then I realized when this was laying in front of me, hey, that's the fifth ball to the brown. So, yeah. Guys, I can't tell you, with this corner to corner here, there is an element of surprise. The accent color and the trim color. Only one other person knows what it's going to be. I don't think you all are ready for that shock factor. I kind of put that color with it today, and I was like, yes. It popped in my head, and y'all know me with colors. Just do it. Just do it. So I'm excited for you all to see what the accent and trim color is going to be. It's just one color, but it's going to be so perfect for this. And I don't know how many of you remember when Juan used to do the Taco Tuesday challenge. There was one where you had to put two colors together that didn't really go together. And I put two colors together and made a little basket. My granddaughter loved it when she saw it. And I realized that there is an organization that uses a company that uses those colors. And I'm not crazy about that company, which probably which was probably why I wasn't crazy about those colors when I did it. But being that this is multicolored with the browns and creams, and that color will be solid, clock it. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. I know that we have a guest who coming up. I did not look up the guest who. So I'm going to see how inventive I can be. Let's see. Okay, cool. You know her to be quiet. She's quiet. She's extremely helpful. She's a mother. She's a daughter. And she's a hard worker. Hardworking, quiet, helpful, mother, daughter. Y'all sound off and let me know who you think it is. You're gonna have to close that door. No takers? Quiet, hardworking. I forgot what I said the other one. She's a mother. She's a daughter. I forgot what I said the fifth one was. Okay. No, it's not BB. And BB, you are quiet. You are quiet. If you stayed in this household for a day, you'd be like, But no, it's neither of the two of you. Yes, BB, it is the CEO. And it's funny that I said quiet. And as soon as my grandson opened the door, her voice was the only one you could hear. But you all know that she is extremely helpful. She is. Um, I got to tell you a funny story. Night before last, oh, this is perfect segue. Night before last, I all the women in my family have extra hair on their face and their chest. So we pluck them with tweezers. And she came in and she tweezed my face. And she started rubbing my hair. She was just rubbing my hair. And I was like, you just don't know. That feels so good. And I fell asleep. When I woke up, I had a ponytail up here. I don't like ponytails up here. So last night, because it feels really good when she comes to brushes my hair, she redid it and she put another ponytail here. And let me tell you why she redid it. After I woke up yesterday, I'm sitting up here, and the way I've been able to sleep best and rest is sitting up. So I'm sitting here about like this, but I'm like this. And I'm feeling someone play in my head. And I was so sure that it was our CEO that I didn't even bother to open my eyes. And when I did open my eyes, it was not our CEO, it was my grandson. Y'all, I just took the ponytail holder and the brush. I said, thank you, baby. Grandma appreciates that. So later on, to put it back like it was supposed to be. Yes, yes, the Cupid doll's hair. I did. So when my daughter redid it last night, she sister curled the little bottom of it. And she was like, now you got a pigtail on your pigtail. I'm like, are you serious right now? I got a pigtail sitting in the middle of my, really? So this morning, after sleeping last night, after trying it first and then finally sleeping, I don't know what it was, but with everything being pulled up to the top, I felt like my brain was coming out of my head. So I took it down and I brushed it and I threw these in here. And they look like I did them, but it's okay. It's done. So on to the healthometer page. I have cyclospora. It caught me. And so does Nikki. And I'm assuming that probably more family members have it. We went back over everything that we had to eat. And I know that just about everything we had, the kids had, um, except one thing, the coleslaw. I know my aunt didn't have any coleslaw because I saw her eat chicken, I saw her eat fish. She had shrimp and grits, she had roast beef. But other than that, she was eating chips. She was getting bags of chips from the vending machine, and she was eating the chips. So I never saw her eat any of the sides per se. And the only cold side that we had was the coleslaw. And I'm thinking that's what done us in. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking that's what did it. My daughter said don't discount the apple juice because at one point apple juice was being recalled as well. So I don't know, but my doctor one of the sent one of the little vampires out and got a blood sample, and she had already given me the prescription based on the symptoms that I gave her. And y'all, when I give her symptoms, I don't give her like medical symptoms. I give her the real. When I called her, I said, look, let me tell you what's going on. My stomach feels like explosions are going on the inside, but they don't last longer than 20 to 30 seconds. And they give me about a minute break before it comes back. And it got so bad that I was literally crying and moaning. Hi, love, how are you? I know. Thank you for being here, Alfonso. I appreciate that. But I was just explaining to everybody that I do have cyclosporia. The blood work came back and it confirmed her suspicions. So she gave me the prescription based on my symptoms and her suspicions. When I tell y'all I got one of the best doctors out here, I do. So that is also so the health thermometer today, it's going to be better than it has been because at least now I know what's going on and I know how to go throughout my day. It has, like I said, you see me sipping on coffee, you see me sipping on my water. I had a half a bottle of ginger ale earlier, so I am staying hydrated. My daughter's making sure that I eat. I had my little sausage thing going on at 8 o'clock. Nope, it was 9 o'clock this morning. So she was like, between 1 and 2, you're going to have something else. So she bought me a donut. Not a lot. So I know in another few hours, she's going to bring me something else. Probably broccoli and cheese soup. Yeah, making sure I have the crackers and the ginger ale with it. But I can honestly say, even though I feel drained, I don't feel as drained as I have. And excuse me, the body aches that I had, they're not as pronounced. They're there. I thought Tuesday was the worst day, but between Thursday night and Friday morning, it got so much worse. I was so weak. It wasn't pleasant. But Nikki is getting over hers too. She's been diagnosed as well, and she's getting over hers. So we're getting there. We're getting better. So, in the news, what I can offer you, being that um, Dr. Cunningham said there is really nothing you can do. The medication that she gave me helps with the stomach cramps. Other than that, you just got to kind of ride it out. But if you do things like get your rest, stay hydrated, make sure you're eating properly, then you don't have to worry about that lingering effect. Those are things that you can do to help it progress along and get on out of the way. Cold medicine's not going to do anything for it. You know, all they can do is treat the symptoms. But, you know, there was no need to get a Z-Pack. It's not going to do anything. No need for any of it. It was no need for it because it wasn't going to do anything. Okay, so the joke of the day. I didn't get a chance to look that up either, but your CEO, being as timely and proficient as she is, comes in the room today and says, Mom, why did the Melons have a wedding? I knew the answer. And I was so tickled I knew the answer. So I'm going to ask you all, why did the Melons have to have a wedding? I want to take a bite of this delicious looking donut. Okay. Ruby says she has no idea. Okay. The Melons had to have a wedding because they can't elope. I love that. Okay, moving on to the letter K. Please don't forget about the knowledge nuggets. What I'm going to do is play that through to the end of August. Right now, we don't have anybody participating. And if we don't have any participation through the end of August, we're going to take that off the board. Okay? It's real simple. Just read in the description box. And if you see a gem, read the question, answer me via email. The email address is also in the description box. And in the subject line, you're going to put what the keyword is. For an example, if it says gem and the question is, um, what is the closest star to Earth? And you want to answer, then you would email me and say the keyword says Ruby. You would email me in the subject box, you would put Ruby, and then you would type your answer below, Sun. That way you would get 2 entries into the participation pot. The participation pot gets an entry from you for answering for emailing me and putting the correct word in the subject box. Now let's say I spelled Ruby Rubee. You would have to spell it the way I spelled it under the keyword. So if someone called you and said, hey, the keyword is Ruby, and the question is, and they forgot to tell you how to spell it, I'll know if you actually got that from the question or if someone else told you. Also, if you get the correct answer, then you get a second entry into the participation pot. If we continue through the end of the year, there will be a total of 25 gems dropped in the description box. So you have a chance of having at least 25 entries. And if you get all the questions correct, then that'll give you 25 more entries. If you get 10 questions correct, that's 10 more entries. But if you do participate with each one, you're guaranteed 25 entries. Okay? We got it. Now, L, time for another emoji. Like I said, back to basics. But instead of a lime, I'd like to have a lemon. Can I have a lemon, please? Okay, and while you all are either typing lemon or pulling me up a lemon, we're going to move on to the letter M. Moving forward, guys, I have ideas. I have ideas for 2027. But a couple of those ideas will mean that we'll have to start getting things in order now. One of those ideas is another blanket, kind of like the carpenter's wheel. But what that means is that I'm going to have to finish the one that I have. And I am. But I'm going to have to finish that one, and I'm going to have to show you the one that I've designed, which is less squares, but slightly larger. It would only be 36 squares, and I haven't determined what I would name it yet. That's how it looks, but once the colors get in, you'll see it so much better. That means I have to find my color pencils. They're floating around here somewhere. They went to North Carolina. So you have that blanket. And like I said, this is all next year. Um, 36 squares. 36 squares. Okay, and then there is the 10 skeins in a month. I know to some of you it's like, what? We don't crochet like her? Not a problem. Not a problem. If you wanted to use the $1.25 ball, the $1.25 ball from Dollar Tree, you could do that. They just have to be all of or close to the same size. And make whatever you want. Make whatever you want. I'm going with larger skeins and with the 10 skeins. You see, 10 skeins in a month. 10 skeins in a month. It's so doable. It, like I said, it doesn't matter if you use those little bitty ones or if you use the huge, like, Karen anniversary cakes. It's up to you. It's up to you. Um, Another idea. Excuse me. The one I call Kitty's Choice Blanket. I had talked to you all about this before, and this one probably will be worked in a square. And I will set up the foundation square for you, or the foundation. I know what I'm trying to say. My mind is going bye bye. uh, or I will start with the circle, turning it into a square. Yes, 10 skeins in a month. And it doesn't matter. It can be the little balls, it can be small cakes, it can be massive skeins. Just give yourself a month to do it. If you feel more comfortable with the small balls, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Um, 10 of those together could make a really cute small receiving blanket, baby. I'm just saying. So, like I said, back to the kitten's choice. Well, that's going to be it's one continuous item, either a circle or a square. Um, and I will set the foundation piece, and from there I will give you a choice of 3 stitches that will go next, and we'll pick that. That will go for a certain amount of rounds, and then I'll give you the choice of the next one. And I'll have to stay a tad bit ahead so I can see if these stitches will actually work with the design that we already have in play. So that one is that. And then the fourth one, we know about 3 of them. Okay, now then the fourth one is what I call the big dumb seasonal blanket. And it will follow the path of this. You're going to make 4 really long panels, and then we're going to connect those panels and then put a border around them. And what you would do is pick colors, your choice, of the season that we're in. So that's where we are. That is where we are. Um, I do want to tell you a little more about the Big Dumb Seasonal Blanket. The Big Dumb Seasonal Blanket would be worked up in 12-week increments, leaving the last 4 weeks of the year for your accent color and your order. Um, I'm not losing it, guys. I promise you, I'm not. I know that I am getting tired, so I'm going to start bringing. I'm going to start wrapping it up. But what it is, it's going to be 4 panels. Each panel will represent a season, however you see that season. But you're going to pick colors for that season, either one color up to 3, And each season, you'll work on that panel. 12 weeks to work on that panel. The reason I call it the big dumb seasonal blanket is because each panel will measure 25 inches across. So you're looking at 100+ inches across, and however long you want it to make it. This is one of those 2 or 3 people can wrap up this blanket. And I look at the fact that sometimes we do movie night here, and if we can have one blanket just go around all of us, we do that well. So it's just something, like I said, to keep in mind. Those 4 panels will be put together on the 48th, 49th week, and then the 50th, well, the on the 49th and 50th week, 51st and 52nd week is when we will put our border around it, and then the first of 2028 we'd be ready to showcase our blankets. I hope that I haven't lost y'all as much as my mind has gone on vacation. I do apologize for that. I have been up for a while, and it probably is past the time that I should be going to take a nap. I do want to tell you all that I appreciate each and every one of you so, 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 so much. And it does my heart good to come in and visit with you every chance that I get. Um, I'm just happy to be here. I'm super excited to be here with you all. I am winding down. I can feel it. I can hear it in my voice. So I'm not going to hold you up any longer. I do want to tell each and every one of you that I love you. Know that I love you. But remember to love yourself. I can hear my CEO again. And you know why? Because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again here on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. I love you and thank you.